Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transport, and it's another episode of Model Kit Tuesday. And yes, we are working on the Craft 00 scale Bedford ML 176. So let's see what we've got to do tonight. Right, so first of all I'm going to transfer the remains of the dregs of my camion cement into the bottle, the narrower bottle, so that I can actually get the brush in. Oh, strong smell of cement here. I've got a new bottle, but we want to finish the old one first. Over there out the road, and let's see what we have to do tonight. So we happen to have finished the drawings, so there are no more illustrations. With illustration, excuse me, I'm going to lift you up and just go over here and look at the thing as we are. So we've done illustration 1, illustration 2, we are at, it says cement the wheels, but we're not doing that. Cement the rear axle assembly, we have done that. So we've prepared the chassis with the axle, with the rear axle, the engine under here. You can see the engine, the sump, the cross members, etc. So now to complete the vehicle, we have to fit two parts. The supports for the flatbed, and excuse me, if we go and read here, cement the rear axle assembly to the chassis and the sump to the underside of the floor transmission projection. Then it starts mentioning the cab. Before constructing the cab, check the fit of all the glazing which is fitted from the inside of the cab. Some slight easing may be required, but the glazing should be a tight fit. We'll work on a cab in a separate video. Assemble the cab by cementing the two sides, blah blah blah, to the back, the two sides to the back, and then fixing the front windscreen frame, the roof, the bonnet, and the radiator. Okay, we'll have to do it in that order. No drawings. We just have to, put our faith in this drawing here. Cement the assembled cab body over the front mudguards, bumper assembly, which are in the bag. Cement the two sidelights in position on the front mudguards. Then it says cement the body support runners. Here we are. So this is point 9. We're going to do point 9 now. Cement the body support runners to the chassis cross members in line with the main chassis members, locating the wheel arches into the molded recesses. So that's what we're going to do tonight, because we're going to do this. We're going to put these runners, here they are mentioned at long last, because what do I want to do? I want to finish all the chassis work on a chassis, because before assembling the cab, I intend to paint the cab interior and also paint the chassis, so that I can actually, or at least the parts of the chassis that will be visible, I want to do some chassis painting. So definitely I want to get some things fixed up, and I'll have to paint the interior of here. So we'll be alternating assembly and okay. So excuse me, let's see. So before constructing the cab, check. Assemble the cab by cementing the two sides to the back, then fixing the front windscreen frame, the roof, the bonnet, the radiator. Cement assembled cab body over the front mudguards, bumper assembly. Cement the two side lights. There's only one problem. They don't mention, or do they mention? So, you assemble the cab, the two sides to the back, then fix in the front there. So then at one point we'll just lower the whole completed cab and front mudguards cab and front mud guards will just be glued onto this. Okay, that's pretty clear. But I would do these now, just to get rid of them. Body. The interesting thing is that in all these instructions, excuse me, in all these instructions, over the front mud, so cement the assembled cab body over the front mudguards bumper assembly, cement the two sidelights in position on the front mudguards, cement the body support runners to the chassis cross members in line with the main chassis members, locating the wheel arches into the moulded recesses, fit the front number plate, blah blah blah, fit the rear number plate, the exact position of this varies. No mention about how to glue the cab onto the chassis. I suppose it's pretty obvious. It goes on like that and that's it. So, okay, I think I've understood. Anyway, let's get rid of these because there's no harm in gluing these on and getting them out of the road. Okay, so I think, yes, the next step will be, now we'll do this, and the following video will be actually assembling the cab. And then this boy here goes on last, and the wheels go on last as well. I do remember I put the wheels in there. They mentioned fitting wheels. I'll fit wheels once I decide to glue the thing, once it's ready, you know, when I've painted things. Okay, right, let's do these and get rid of these. Righto. So, let's just plonk some glue on here. See what light there is for you to see what I'm doing. Because at this point I'll paint all of that stuff red. Because I'm going to paint the chassis red. I've decided to go for red for the chassis. I'll give it a touch of colour. Okay. So that goes on like that. Does it? And does it sit straight? Okay. We'll just have to make sure it sits straight now. We'll have to help it with a wee bit of glue. Not really great. Okay, that's good. Bingo, got it. Got it in place. Righto, that's it, it's in. It's just a matter of pressing it in place. Righto. Well, there's no point in doing absolutely any painting until this thing here gets glued on. Gets cemented on. Okay, so that's nice. Let's just kind of ease it over a bit. Right, that's one on. Let's get the other one done. Okay, let's put this one here on. Why is this not fitting on? Oh, it fits. Perfect fits everything here, huh? Everything is absolutely wonderful. Okay, that should be okay. And I filed it down, huh? I didn't leave anything out. Okay, it's glued on at the back. It's cemented on at the back, but it's not wanting to cement on here at the front. Oh, I'm gonna have to just wet it and hold it a bit. Let's say that the fit of the mouldings is not one of the best. To be honest. I'm wetting it, I'm giving it a good wet, and that way I'm melting the plastic so that the plastic gets cements together. I might even help it with a wee bit of glue and glaze. Which reminds me, next video I'm going to do, and this way we'll just get it done. I have to clean some glue and glaze off the signal box. And it's a very simple thing to do. Oh, 13 minutes of this video, exciting video. Right, it's cementing there. I can see it cementing there. It's cemented at the back, and it's not wanted to cement. Absolutely no way, Jose, at the front. There's no cementing at the front, but it's straight. That's the main item. Is it straight? Is it? Well, it's straight enough. Okay, that's straight, alright, that's straight, that's also okay. I mean, this will be then covered like that, so it's straight enough. It's alright, it's good. It'll do, no? Right, I would say it's acceptable, isn't it? Or even if it's not super aligned, it can't do anybody any harm. I'm going to wet it here, look, I'm going to give it another wee bit of glue, cement here, just to really make sure that it melts itself and cements itself like that. So just hold it here. Okay, so the next step, I'm taking these enlarging specs off because I'm going to get a sore head otherwise. So the next step is to assemble the cab. You can see the cab is here, and it says that they probably have to be, what the instructions say? Before constructing the cab, Check the fit of all the glazing, which is fitted from the inside of the cab. Some slight easing may be required. Slight? I think it might be a mile and a half more than slight. But the glazing should be a tight fit. I like the use of the modal verb should. Assemble the cab by cementing the two sides to the back and then fixing the front windscreen frame, the roof, the bonnet and the radiator. And of course they don't mention the fact they're probably going to have to get rid of a whole lot of flash and rubbish of all types, but that'll be a dedicated video. We'll have a big long, frontal view video, one of my sort of 20-minute, half an hour ones, and we'll actually build the cab together. That'll be a dedicated video. So I would like to speed this thing up, but because I'm getting a bit okay, we're doing it on weekly installments on Model Kit Tuesday, and I shouldn't be impatient. I'm actually going to get the train set out very soon, I hope, because I'm beginning to be, I'd like to work on the layout, and we'll have to do another we'll have to finish some other work, the final things on the signal box, which is there, right behind the camera. Okay, very well, I think that's good enough. Right, so that's another small installment on this Bedford ML. Excuse me, I'll have to go and do The cold is gradually getting better, but it's taking a very long time. That's the problem. It's a very long-lasting cold. Okay, very well. So that's done, and next step will be switching onto the cab. And I think probably we'll see how the cab assembles. We'll get the cab assembled, then see how it fits on. Before assembling the cab, we'll have to paint the interior. We'll also have to paint the inside of the cab, because the inside of the cab has to be painted. In fact, considering we'll be fitting the glazing in with glue and glaze, we'll definitely paint the inside of the cab. So in the meantime, I'm going to do some research and find some photos of Bedford ML or Bedford O cab interiors, just to have an idea of the paint. Probably it's just the same colour of paint as outside, and that's it. But very, very simple. Okay, very well. Hope you enjoyed the video. There we go. This is the high-tech test card, like end of the end of episode. I don't remember which one. And we'll be doing more work. I might even do some mini videos or assemble the video. I don't know, but I think we'll actually work on the cab together, because it's the most tricky part of the whole. And look at the flash. Look at the flash on there. There's some fun and games. So I think this will be very entertaining in a strange way. Okay, cheerio. If you like the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and share the video to other unsuspecting friends who might be enticed to making one of these things here. Okay, cheerio, and see you next time.